Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Heather and welcome to the continuation of my reading vlog for the Murder She Read readathon. And I'm really sorry that I had to leave you guys with a cliffhanger. It has been crazy here. We've been looking at houses like crazy and we're exhausted. So there's been very little time for reading, but I did finish this book and I wanted to give you my thoughts on that. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you've not yet subscribed, please take a second to do that before you leave today. I would greatly appreciate that support. If you've been participating in this readathon and you've completed your prompts, then I would love to know what you have read, what books you chose, what prompts you chose. So make sure you are leaving that in the comments if you have not filmed anything for that. And at the point I'm filming this, I'm not sure when this is going to go up. If this is extended over into April, I'm very, very sorry. I'm just going to say I'm sorry now, because what I found myself doing and all of that rushing, I was trying to like speed read and get through these books, but I found myself really, really loving this and loving the complex characters of this book, and I didn't want to rush through it. And so I let myself read it over a course of 3 or 4 days. And I'm giving myself a break today, the rest of today, and then I'm going to start tomorrow with my Simone St. James Sundown Motel book. That will complete the 4th prompt in this readathon. And so I really wanted to share a little bit about this book, but I don't want to share any more of like what happened, because I feel like this book is so good. I would love for you guys to go read it. Rent it from your library if you don't want to purchase it, or if you can find it on eBay super cheap. I really think this will be a great book for everyone. If you've struggled at all with your faith or unbelief, or with things that have happened in your life, and you struggle to wonder if there is a God or can you trust God, then I highly recommend that you pick this up at your library and read it. I feel like it does not shove Jesus down your throat, but it definitely is very clear. It is very black and white on God and how merciful he is, and how he is our comforter and everything during tragedy and things like that, things that we don't understand. And so I feel like this is a really great book if you're on that fence and you just don't know, if you're going through some struggles, if you've dealt with any loss of family members or anything like that. I feel like this is really, really good. I feel like you would find some comfort in this book. So it's not a devotional by any sense of means. You are getting the mystery, the suspense. There is a murder, double murder, and I don't want to read more into it than what I'd already told you, because that is what you would read on the back. You basically know about that specific incident on the back. But I don't want to tell you like the ending or anything like that, because I want you to read it for your own. It's beautiful, and I cannot wait to get the rest of these books. I know Southern Storm is the next one. I want to say there's more. Honestly, I haven't had time to like really, yeah, Southern Storm is the little chapter in the back. But I did save something because I wanted to read it to you guys. If I can find it, saved a couple places, but I'll probably just read one. But this is, I don't know what chapter I'm on, but it's on page 174, chapter 33, page 174. And one of the daughters of the slain parents is speaking, and she says, "I don't believe in God." And then she's asked, "Well, what do you believe in?" He said he was once told, "You must believe in something, Blair. I didn't believe in God when I first came to Cape Refuge. Your father told me that by not believing anything, I was choosing to believe in something. He said that all people believe in a God, whether it's the God of hopelessness, or the God of circumstances, or the God of ourselves, or the God of some other person. It took me a long time to figure out what my God was. I finally realized that I was believing in the God of hatred, the one that seemed to feed through the thoughts I had toward the drunk driver who killed my family. I couldn't get the hatred or that desire to destroy him out of my mind, but it was only destroying me. That hatred robbed me of my memories. It robbed me of my peace because I couldn't stop going through the only ifs in my mind. And that is the thing, you know, like Satan will try to rob us. Like that's his purpose. He will rob us of our joy and our peace and our happiness. And so the fact that this guy is ministering to this girl who's completely lost, raised by a pastor and his wife, like in the community, attending church constantly, but has been beaten down by so many things that has happened in her life. And she just doesn't know what to believe in anymore. But that's true. If we're not believing in the God who created us, we are believing in something else. We're letting our own minds become our God, and it can manifest in these ways. And so I really appreciate what the author did here. If you're new to this channel, I did read a series from Terry Blackstock before, and I really enjoyed that as well. She has a very tender way of spreading the word of God without, like I said before, shoving it down your throat. It's just very clear, very humble, very pure, and I really do enjoy it. And that's why I want to kind of keep the book contained to just that little bit. I would give this a 5-star. I think I gave her other books 5-star as well, and I really do enjoy this. There is not a lot of gore. I mean, blood is mentioned, but and then the manner that the people were killed was mentioned, but there's not a lot of horrific imagery to make someone dwell on it or to have any triggers or anything like that. Like, the way that they were killed was pretty rough, but they don't dwell on it so much. It's more about the sisters coming together to heal and obviously to find the one who did this. So again, I cannot recommend this enough, and I think that's going to do it for this clip. I just wanted to say hi and thank you for bearing with me. So I am going to finish some dinner for my family, and maybe I'll share with you what I'm having. I did pick up some Starbucks today, and this drink is so weird, guys. It's in the other room and I don't want to go out there this second, but it is a strawberry dragon fruit refresher made with lemonade and not tea, and I swear it tastes like a generic Jolly Rancher. It is the weirdest thing. At first, the first taste of it, it was really good, but the more I'm drinking of it, it's kind of making me a little nauseated. So I'll show you when I sit down with my plate what that drink looks like, but I don't think I can hack it. And I got a tall, thank God I didn't get the biggest one. I don't think I could even drink that in a huge cup over the summer at all. It's just, I don't know, it's too funky. Let me know if you guys have tried it. I don't know if it's any different with the tea, but it is not the best thing I've ever gotten from Starbucks. Hey guys, I'm sorry for the weird, crazy, awkward angle. I just got finished filming a unboxing that's coming next month, and my camera battery died, and I wanted to film a little segment for this reading vlog because I got my book of the month in for March, and I wanted to go ahead and get this open. Everyone was going to the store and getting their books, and they'd already read it before I'd even opened this box. So I'm trying to stay away from those vlogs where people have opened it, reviewed this book, and shared their reading vlogs on it. Staying away from those right now. And I'm like, oh my god, I've had my book since it was shipped, which is crazy because I had my book like 5 days before it was even released, and I had plenty of time to read it, but I was reading other things. So I had skipped a lot of the book of the month shipments, and when I saw this was coming out, I checked to see if it was an option, and it was. So I'm like, yes please, I'll take it, thank you. But this comes with like the regular booklet talking about all of the books that have been released and all of that jazz, and then it comes with their book of the month bookmark. It's been ages since I filmed on my phone, and I'm like, where do I look? What do I do? So I apologize if I'm looking in the wrong spot. But new books, same laundry, I'm not folding. I love this one, and I'm gonna keep this one. And then it has their book of the month logo on the back, so I'm keeping that. And then it has this nice thick cardboard on the back, and it says, share the love, get a free book for every friend that signs up through your referral link. So I will leave mine below if you're interested in signing up. I think that you will get a good discount as well. I mean, you don't have to, but you don't have to sign up under me or whatever, but I'll throw it down there in case you want a discount too, because I think you'll get something. You might get your first book for 10 bucks or something, or $5 off, which is a great deal. So considering that these are all like hardbound books and they're such great quality. So without further ado, the book that I chose was the Book of Cold Cases from Simone St. James. Again, I've had this since March 10th, and here I am just now unboxing it, but I saved it for this vlog. So when I found out that I wasn't going to be able to open it in time to get ahead of the game, I thought now would be the perfect time to share it, obviously because of the book I'm reading. So I already love the way she writes, and I'm really excited. So this is, I don't know if it's dual timeline, but it's 2 different timelines. So it goes into so this takes place in Oregon, and it starts off in 1977, and then it goes Oregon of 2017. So, which is really cool because 1977 was a really good year. In 1977, Clear Lake, Oregon was shaken by the Lady Killer murders. 2 men seemingly randomly were murdered with the same gun, with strange notes left behind. Beth Greer was the perfect suspect, a rich, eccentric 23-year-old woman seen fleeing one of the crime scenes, but she was acquitted and she retreated to the isolation of her mansion. Oregon 2017. Shay Collins is a receptionist, but by night she runs a true crime website, The Book of Cold Cases, a passion fueled by the attempted abduction she escaped as a child. When she meets Beth by chance, Shay asks her for an interview. To Shay's surprise, Beth says yes. They meet regularly at Beth's mansion. Though Shay is never comfortable there, items move when she's not looking, and she could swear she's seen a girl outside the window. So there's like a paranormal aspect to this. I did not know that. The allure of learning the truth about the case from the smart, charming Beth is too much to resist. But even as they grow closer, Shay senses something isn't right. Is she making friends with the manipulative murderer? Or are there other dangers lurking in the darkness of the Greer house? So I'm not sure where this is going to take us, but I definitely cannot wait to read this. I know that O'Hilla Robin got this for her Book of the Month choice as well. And I know Mina at Book Skywalker also picked up this book to read. And is it Miss Thomason Reads or Moonlight Book Club? But one of them also, I noticed on Instagram, had purchased this book, and they did like a buddy read together. So this is really cool. Cannot wait to get into it. Leslie, the Nerdy Narrative, has created a true crime book club, and she's actually reading this right now. And well, by the time this comes up, she may have already read it. I don't know what I'm thinking. But anyway, she just started a true crime book club. I'm going to leave her channel link below if you want to get caught up and read this, and if you want to join in on her book club and see what other true crime books she will be choosing for that book club to read. I didn't have a clue that she was doing that. I just happened to see her video go up one day, and I was like, wait a minute, you're doing a true crime book club? And you're picking this as your first one? That's crazy, because I knew I already had it here. So it's wonderful when you find things in common with people that you already like. So I'm excited to read this. You'll have to let me know if you've read this, because obviously this is coming up a few weeks after this was released to pick up in the stores. So you have to let me know if you got it. And I'm gonna get back to reading. Hey guys, happy Saturday. We are headed to Michaela's game. This is actually her second game, and she plays for the Orioles. So she's got her uniform on, looking super cute. I had to put a little flower bow in her hair because we just do. But it's a little chilly today. What is the temperature now? Oh, it's 54. But the wind is kind of cool, and the last game it was hot one minute, cold the next. It was crazy. So I decided it was a perfect time to get one last wear of my favorite sweatshirt in of the season. So happy to wear that today. And so then I'll get home and I will read a little bit, and I'll probably put in right after this the clip of her at the game. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and then we'll get some reading done. I'm not sure how much of the actual reading I'm going to film, so I may just come back with a review, I guess, of the Sundown Motel, and then do the wrap up to see how my Murder, She Wrote episode turned out. So let's go play ball.
It's a hit. You should be able to make it home pretty easy with all that speed. So be ready. All right, Michaela, here we go now. make it the first pretty easy. They're not even gonna make a play. Let's bring it in.
All the way.
Brought in Christian Bank.
I know.
All right, Sarah,
All right, we got Sarah Stewart hitting. Anna Claire's on deck, our cleanup hitter. Oh, Sarah gets a piece of it. Oh, she's gonna find it. Let's go, let's go. Good way to let it out over there, Ryan. I see you, buddy. All right.
Good job!
All right, Orioles.
Fell, New York, November 1982. Viv. The night it all ended, Vivian was alone. That was fine with her. She preferred it. It was something she discovered working the night shift at this place in the middle of nowhere. Being with people was easy, but being alone was hard, especially being alone in the dark. The person who could be truly alone, in the company of no one but oneself and one's own thoughts. That person was stronger than anyone else, more ready, more prepared.
Hello and welcome to the final clip of this reading vlog, and I cannot believe that this readathon has come to an end. I was hoping to crank out a lot more books to have more than one episode, but I didn't. And I'm very sad about that. I did complete some other books. I did complete The Sundown Motel, and I have a few thoughts on that. I'm not gonna give you like a complete review on it or anything, just because I think so many people have done it already, and it's not a brand new book. If it were, I would. If it were the one that I just unboxed from Book of the Month, I would definitely give you a review. But this one is a couple of years old now, so won't do that. But I did want to share a few things about it. Going in, I guess I didn't realize that there was going to be a little bit of a shift. So it is thriller, but it has a little bit of paranormal and a little bit of a horror aspect. However, it's not heavy on the horror. It is two different perspectives in this entire book, and it is Viv and Carly. Viv is the aunt that goes missing, and Carly grows up not knowing much really about what happened to her aunt. Her mom kind of swept it under the rug and didn't really want to talk about it too much, and Carly has grown up and she's wanting to know a little bit more about her with another incident that has happened. She was always kind of intrigued by murder and true crime and everything like that, so she sets out on a quest to find out what happened to her aunt, and she ends up getting a job in the same place, and she's roommates with a girl named Heather, and it's so weird. It's so weird to keep reading my name over in the book. But so you get to see Viv from the time that she starts working at the Sundown Motel, and you get to see Carly while she's working there. And I will say, if you have any triggers toward losing a parent, or if you have triggers for the word cancer, then I highly recommend that you zip on by this book. But it was really hard for me to get past hearing that, and I found myself skipping a couple of lines because I didn't really want to read about it too much. And yeah, that kind of bothered me a little bit. So I can see if someone is easily triggered by those things, loss of a parent or cancer, then zip on by, because it does mention both of this in this book. So that kind of bothered me a little bit, and all in all, it was a good book. I feel like once I got into the groove of her writing style, I really did enjoy it. You know, I've read a lot of books where it'll stop mid-chapter and you're like, okay, well, whose perspective is this in? It's very clear cut and dry who you're reading from. There is a header at every chapter. of whose perspective it is. So that makes it so much easier than to try to go back, you know, if the TV's on, if everyone's talking, I'm trying to read, I don't have to be like, wait, what? Who's saying this? You know, it was very, very easy to read. Like I said, I didn't expect like ghosts and things like that, so that was a little weird. This book made me laugh though, because kind of early on in the book, she had mentioned she's never seen a female cop before, and she was like, except for on Cagney and Lacey, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you are showing your age, girl. Showing your age. The author is showing her age, talking about Cagney and Lacey. That was just a funny moment for me. The 1982 part of this book was very 1982, so I can appreciate that so much. And then like 2017 is very relevant for the time, so it was nice seeing those two different timelines on here. I never hit a moment in this book where it calmed down. It was constantly moving at a really rapid pace, so right out of the get-go you kind of get some intense moments. So I really enjoyed it. It wasn't one of my favorite reads, just because I don't really like to read horror anymore, and like I said, it had some of those elements in there, but it was still a pretty excellent read, so I'm really happy that I did read it. And I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. I had shared a lot of my photography for this book, so if you're interested in seeing some of that, make sure to head over there and like scroll down for it. I had a lot of fun taking pictures of this at a hotel. If you would like to see more reading vlogs or more day in the life videos, make sure you are leaving that in the comments below as well. And if you've not yet subscribed, please take a second to do that before you leave today. I love having you as a part of my Disney housewife family, and I'm so sorry that this is coming out late. It was not my intention, but I do appreciate you guys sticking around for the conclusion of my reading vlog. I had such high hopes, guys, to film a video every single week for every book that I read, but didn't really work out that way. So I appreciate you guys hanging in there and spending some time with me whenever you can. Stay tuned here at the end of the video to check out how my episode went, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. In today's episode, we head off to Ireland for Jessica's book tour with her sidekick Mort, where they have a murder in the hotel, and it ends up being a maid cleaning Grady's room. I need your help, and Grady needs your help to solve this murder below. Give me your theories, tell me your plot lines, help Jessica figure out why this maid was murdered. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you next time.